Hello everyone and welcome once again. Okay, so today's lecture is going to be very interesting because today we are going to talk about different types of unemployment. So without any delay, let's start with the lecture. Firstly, we need to understand what is unemployment. Though I know you all must be well versed with the concept what is unemployment. Basically, when a person is not able to find a job as per their capability or as per their qualification, so that we call as unemployment. So let's see what does it says. Unemployment is a term that describes individuals who are actively seeking employment but are unable to find work. So it says the people who are willing to work but are not able to find the work. Unemployment can have significant effects on individuals, society, impacting wages, purchasing power, and the overall health of the economy. It is important to understand the different types of unemployment and how they can be addressed to minimize their negative effects. So that is the second part of our lecture where we are going to discuss different types of unemployment. So what role does or what impact does this unemployment has on individual society? Basically, when a person is unemployed, definitely the person has to go through a whole lot of struggle, like the purchasing power decreases when you are not having enough money, so definitely you will not be able to meet out the expenses. That would be a different type of a struggle. So basically it impacts the individuals badly, the society, and impacting the society means the purchasing power, the overall spending will be less, so it will impact the economy as a whole. So what types of unemployment we are going to discuss today? Let's have a quick look. The types of unemployment that we are going to discuss will be frictional, structural, cyclical, seasonal, underemployment, or disguised unemployment. Though you all must be knowing these words, these terms, you might be familiar with all this. So this, if you already know it, this would be a revision for you, and if you are not knowing it, this would be a new concept for you. Let's start with the first type of unemployment, which we call it as frictional unemployment. Basically, what happened in this type of unemployment? Frictional unemployment occurs when individuals are in between jobs or are transitioning from one job to other. It often considered temporary and occurs due to factors such as voluntary job quits, seasonal employment changes, or entry-level job searches. Basically, what happened in this type of unemployment, when a person is moving from one job to another. For example, a person has left the job and they are moving to the next job. So in the gap, they are looking for the next job where they can actually get better paid or whatever. So this is your frictional unemployment, and it can be because of some of the factors, like maybe transfer change from one job to another, or like you voluntarily quit the job, or just because of seasonal employment. So that gap that occurs in the job, and when a person immediately start looking for the next job, that we call it as frictional unemployment. Here we can have a better understanding of this with the help of an example. A recent college graduate who is actively searching for their first job would be considered frictionally unemployed until they find employment suited to their skills and qualification. Now the student has just completed their college and now the student is looking for a job. So this time when he is done with this college and then looking for the job, so this time will be counted as the frictional unemployment, and by the time he will be into job, then he will be employed. So this is the first type of unemployment. Now let's have a look at the second type, which we call it as structural unemployment. So reading the name structural, you might be understanding that this is because of the changes in the structure of the economy. So let's see what does it says. Structural unemployment arises from a mismatch between the skills or location of workers and the available job opportunities. It can result from technological advancement, changes in consumer demand, or shifts in industry. So what happened? Maybe the workers, this happened just because of mismatch in terms of location, in terms of skills, in terms of job. So what happened? For example, if industry which was earlier working manually, now it has adopted techniques and technology. So the workers who are not able to cope up to that level, who are not able to match with the growing technology, definitely it would not be possible for the company to continue with them. So that is what we call as structural unemployment, which means that when the changes are happening in the overall structure of the organization in terms of technology, in terms of whatever thing. So if the employees or the workers are not able to meet with the requirement, or there is mismatch, so definitely the company would not like to keep them for any further. Let's have a better understanding with the help of an example. Workers in a declining industry, such as traditional manufacturing, may become structurally unemployed if their skills are not easily transferable to emerging industries like technology or renewable energy. So here what is happening in an industry which is declining, so the workers in that industry need to keep themselves updated with the growing technology, with the growing things that are coming up. Otherwise, if they are not going to update themselves, definitely it would be a tough time for them to find a suitable job for themselves, because the structural changes are happening all over the globe. Now the third category that we are going to discuss is your cyclical unemployment. Cyclical unemployment occurs as a result of fluctuations in the business cycles, particularly during economic downturns or recession. It reflects the overall level of economic activity in an economy. Now this is your cyclical unemployment, where the change in the economy is happening. Overall economy is going through a tough phase. So what it is resulting, it is resulting in, like, many of the people were losing their job. Here you can see one word, recession, economic downturns or recession. Let me just explain what is recession. Basically, recession is a temporary phase in the economy where there is a decline in the activities or business related activities or trends, and ultimately it affects the GDP. What is GDP? Gross domestic product, which reflects the overall production of goods and services in an economy. So this is what recession is. Now let's have a look at the example. During the 2008 financial crisis, when the financial crisis happened, that was the recession time. Many individuals lost their job due to decreased consumer spending and reduced business investment, leading to cyclical unemployment. So the recent example is of 2008, when this drastic recession happened, and you might be knowing that many people lose their job because the economies are struggling, and the thing is that it was not possible to keep so many people for the job, rather holding on only to the one who is more like multitasking or adding more value to the organization. And this type of unemployment, we call it as cyclical unemployment. Next we have seasonal unemployment. Seasonal means which is affected by the seasons. So seasonal unemployment happens when certain industries in our occupations experience predictable fluctuations in demand based on the time of the year. It's common in sectors like agriculture, tourism, and retail. Seasonal unemployment, what happened, when the demand is too much for the product. Let's talk about some of the agricultural products, like their harvesting can be done during a specific times. So at that point of time, many people are required. So the industries are employing many people, but for the next 6 months, it is not at all possible for the crop to be cultivated. So the people who have been actively involved with the industry for the last 6 months, now they will be asked that after next 6 months they will be called upon when the requirement arises. So this is what we call as seasonal unemployment. Example is ski resort workers may experience seasonal unemployment during the summer months when there is little demand for skiing activities, leading to temporary layoffs until the winter season resumes. So here you can see that skiing is possible only during the time of winters. So what happened? The demand for the skiing activities decreases during the summer. So the company asks the employees to stay at home. This is where you can read the word, leading to temporary layoff. Temporary layoffs means where this is suspension by the employer, and he can ask the employees to stay back at home until the company required them. They will be called off. Layoff can be for a permanent period or it can be temporary. Usually it is for a temporary time period, but it depends. It can be for a permanent time as well. So basically it is suspension from the work which is issued by the employer of the company. Next we have underemployment. What is underemployment? Let's see. Underemployment occurs when individual works in jobs that do not fully utilize their skills, education, or availability for work. It can include part-time workers who desire full-time employment and those in jobs below their qualification. Underemployment means when person or individuals are working but not as per their potential, not as per their skills, not as per their qualification, because there is no possible options or opportunities for them. So instead of sitting idle at home, they rather consider that at least be involved in some activity so that person at least utilize the whatever efficiency they have, if not in the complete way but to an extent. Example here, it says a highly skilled software developer who is working as a cashier due to lack of available positions in their field would be considered underemployed. So here you can see a skilled software developer, but he is not able to find a suitable job for himself, so he opted to work as a cashier. That he would prefer, instead of not earning anything, it is better to earn something. So this person is considered as underemployed. Why? Because he is not working as per his qualification and as per the potential. And the last type of unemployment that we are going to discuss is disguised unemployment. The another name for disguised unemployment is your hidden unemployment. So disguised or hidden unemployment refers to individuals who are not actively seeking employment but could work if suitable opportunities were available. They are often not counted in official unemployment statistics. So what does it say? The people who are not looking for options, they are knowing that where they are, it's enough for them. Like they are managing to have their survival, so they are not into finding better jobs or anything like that. Usually we find disguised unemployment in agricultural area, because there are many people who are just there to not to work, but they are there that whatever small portion is there, they will work up to that. They have the potential to work more, but they are not at all into that. They are happy with whatever work they are getting. They are happy to contribute in a small portion, and they are happy with whatever they are getting. Example, you can see in rural agricultural communities, there may be individuals who are capable of working but are not actively seeking employment because there are few job opportunities in their area. This is what happened in disguise, because they are capable of working but they are not looking for opportunities. They are satisfied, they are contented with whatever they are having in their area. So this is the disguised unemployment. So these are the types of unemployment that exist. I hope this lecture has actually helped you in understanding the types of unemployment, and if you already know it, this would have been a revision for you. So with this we end this session, and I hope whatever I have tried to explain to you, you would have understood. In case if you have any doubt and any query, please feel free to let me know. I'll be more than happy to help you all. So that's all for the day from my side. Hope you all have a great week ahead. Thank you everyone. Stay blessed. Keep learning.